Did you know that the average American household carries over $6,000 in credit card debt? Or that 40% of people can't cover an unexpected $400 expense without borrowing money? It's shocking, right? No wonder so many people feel trapped by their finances. Now, imagine this. You've decided to live differently. You're choosing frugality, but your friends don't get it. They think you're missing out by not upgrading your phone every year or skipping fancy dinners. But here's the truth, they're missing something far more important: financial freedom. In this video, we'll dive into why frugality is misunderstood and why that's completely okay. We'll talk about strategies like mindful spending, finding joy in simplicity, and even how frugality can give you more time, something money can't buy. By the end, you'll see why your path might look different, but it's leading to something bigger than just saving money. Ready to see what your friends are missing? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Social Currency Trap. Why frugality feels alien. Why do your friends act like frugality is a foreign language? Well, it's because society is hooked on spending. We live in a world where buying is a badge of honor. Designer brands, fancy dinners, and the latest tech gadgets are seen as social currency. People use them to show status. When you opt out, you break that unspoken rule, and it feels awkward for them. Psychologists say people spend to keep up with the Joneses. In fact, a Harvard study found that over 40% of people admitted they make purchases just to keep up with their peers. It's no surprise that choosing to be frugal makes you look out of place. But here's the kicker: frugality is about freedom, not deprivation. When you live frugally, you're not saying no to fun, you're saying yes to your financial goals. It's about making sure every dollar goes to what you value, not what society tells you to value. Your friends might think they need the newest iPhone, but studies show that material purchases lose their thrill fast. One study by Cornell University found that people are happier with experiences, not things. So, when you skip the upgrade, you're already ahead in the happiness game. You also have to consider that society rewards consumers with constant praise for buying. The average American is exposed to 5,000 ads per day, and many of those ads are designed to make you feel like you're missing out if you don't spend. Frugal living challenges this narrative by focusing on long-term contentment, not short-term satisfaction. It's okay that your friends don't understand frugality. They're caught in the social currency trap, but you're working on something much bigger: your financial independence. Chapter 2. Mindful spending, your secret weapon. Mindful spending is frugality's secret sauce. It's about making deliberate choices with your money instead of just reacting to every sale or limited offer you see. A lot of people think frugal living is all about penny pinching, but that's not true. It's about aligning your spending with what actually matters to you. Consider this. The average American household spends $1,500 a year on unnecessary purchases, according to CNBC. Imagine how much freedom you'd feel if you could redirect that cash toward your savings, an emergency fund, or a dream goal. The trick is to pause and ask yourself, is this purchase adding value to my life? When you start to question each expense, you become more aware of your financial habits. A helpful tool is the 48-hour rule. Whenever you're tempted to buy something on impulse, wait 48 hours. You'd be surprised how often you change your mind. Frugality isn't about never spending, it's about spending wisely. This approach isn't just good for your wallet, it's good for your brain, too. Studies show that making mindful decisions, including financial ones, can reduce stress. In fact, mindfulness-based stress reduction has been shown to lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol by 15–30%. You might notice that while you're being mindful about your money, your friends are chasing after the next big thing. They may not understand why you don't jump at every sale. That's fine. They don't see how frugality is giving you peace of mind and clarity about what really matters. When you're intentional with your spending, every dollar feels purposeful. And once you master this, you'll see that mindful spending isn't restrictive, it's empowering. Chapter 3. Rewiring the reward system. Finding joy in simplicity. Frugal living isn't just about cutting costs, it's about rewiring how you experience joy. Many people think happiness comes from big purchases, but research shows that's not the case. Buying stuff gives you a quick high, but it fades fast. A study from San Francisco State University found that people who spend money on experiences, like a hike or a simple gathering with friends, are happier than those who splurge on material things. So, how do you start rewiring your brain to find joy and simplicity? Start by focusing on small wins. Celebrate the free activities in your life. You'd be amazed how much joy you can get from a walk in the park, a home-cooked meal, or reading a good book. These activities might not impress your friends, but they're sustainable sources of happiness. Here's an interesting fact: practicing gratitude can actually rewire your brain to feel more content. According to UCLA neuroscientists, gratitude boosts dopamine, which is the brain's natural reward chemical. When you stop chasing the next shiny thing and appreciate what you have, your brain starts rewarding you for it. Your friends may feel the rush of buying the latest gadget, but you've learned how to feel joy without draining your bank account. It's a shift that takes time, but it's powerful. Frugality rewires your mindset. You stop looking for happiness in the next purchase and start appreciating the present. That's why it's okay if your friends don't understand frugality. You found joy in simplicity, and that's something money can't buy. Before we continue, subscribe for more awesome content and let's get back to it. Chapter 4. Frugality is freedom. Time versus money. Frugality is about more than just saving money, it's about reclaiming your time. Most people don't realize how tied they are to their paychecks because they're stuck in a cycle of earning and spending. But here's the magic of frugal living. When you spend less, you don't need to earn as much, and that gives you time, a resource you can never buy back. Think about this. The average American works over 1,800 hours per year just to keep up with expenses. Now, imagine cutting those expenses by 20–30%. That could mean working fewer hours or even retiring earlier than your peers. By choosing to live below your means, you gain control over how you spend your days. It's the opposite of the work more to buy more mentality. Instead, you're choosing freedom over things. A 2019 study by NerdWallet revealed that 78% of US workers are living paycheck to paycheck. That's a lot of stress to carry. Frugality offers an exit from that. The less you need, the less you're dependent on working to pay for wants. Your friends might be hustling for the next big promotion, but you've learned that financial freedom is worth far more than climbing the corporate ladder. And here's a secret most people don't realize: time is the ultimate luxury. Frugality gives you more of it. Whether you want to spend that time traveling, with family, or simply relaxing, the choice becomes yours. Chapter 5. Value hacking. How to get more without spending more. Value hacking is about finding ways to maximize what you get without spending a fortune. It's like frugality on steroids. One of the most overlooked strategies for frugal living is knowing how to hack value in your daily life. For example, have you ever heard of the Pareto principle? It's the idea that 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. Applied to spending, it means 80% of your joy could come from only 20% of your purchases. Once you figure out what those few high-value things are, you can spend less and still get more out of life. One smart value hack is leveraging community resources. Most cities offer free or low-cost options that people simply don't take advantage of. From public libraries to free community events, there are so many ways to have fun without spending much. The average library cardholder saves $500 per year, according to the American Library Association. Another often ignored value hack is bartering. Trade skills, time, or items with friends or neighbors instead of paying cash. This used to be common practice and is still a brilliant way to save money today. And don't forget about rewards programs and cashback sites. You can hack your regular spending by using programs that give you something back. It's like getting a little extra value for something you were going to buy anyway. Your friends might look at these strategies and think it's too much work for small gains. But those small gains add up quickly. Before you know it, you're getting much more value out of life while spending a lot less. Help us reach our goals by subscribing and staying updated with all our new content.